wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Valdha Verzanola. I am from Students of English Education Study Program, and I will present the journal I quiz for the midterm exam for academic speaking, and with the title Developing Learning Media Based on E-Learning and on Accountancy Subject for Senior High School. And the first, I will mention structure of contents that I will explain. The first one, introductions, two methods, and result and discussion, conclusion, and search. But I will not mention this. But I will not mention the search or explain. And the first one, I will explain about introductions. There are several the points that I will explain. And the first one, technology, internet in the media, communication students and lecturer, elements of interactions in computer, development on e-learning on accountancy subjects in high school or SMA, mean of e-learning, and the last, Moodle. The fast development of the information technology has caused various changes on the way how people live, including education. The use of information technology, such as internet, in the learning process has become necessary not only for long-distance learning but also for current conventional education system. And then, the use of internet in the media in some cities are commonly implemented, and even some schools already have access internet, even though its use is limited. The e-learning as e-learning model made in the form of digital aims to make it with accessible for wide community. Socialization is needed for teachers because the internet is not only used for thread but also for optimally used in the learning. And then the communications between students and lecturer are not only having a direct face-to-face interaction, but it can also be done electronically. And then the interactive concept in learning is related to computer-based media, based element. The first one, instructional steps which are adaptable to answer or respond or students' tasks, and the last, adaptable feedback. And the result of study on the development on learning media on the basis e-learning on accountancy subject for senior high school or SMA aims to form a product that's e-learning media, especially for material related to basic companies. It has proven that the learning media using Moodle application has improved the learning quality both for teacher and students. And the development of the use of internet technology and the web is followed by the technology innovations and data communications many conducted, such as long distance learning or learning. E-learning is new way in the learning process, the consequence of the development the technology, information and communication. E-learning is electronic web-based media that can be applied to computer connected to a local and global network such as computer laboratory. The use of e-learning in the learning process has been developed as the improvement of technology and informations. And then Moodle. Moodle stands for Module Object or Environment, is one of course management system or CMS, especially for long distance e-learning. Moodle is one of interactive learning multimedia which is currently widely used and developed using the software of learning management system, or LMS, and namely is Moodle. And then I will explain reviewing of methods. The first, need analysis. Second, develop initial products. Third, expert validations. Fourth, product revisions 1. Fifth, limited field trial assessment or user. And 6, product revisions 2. 7, final products, each product trial. Need analysis. Identifications of the needs is conducted by reviewing learning materials available in accountancy syllabus in junior high school and is consulted with the expert of accountancy such as accountancy teachers and students' conditions. And develop initial product. The result of the analysis is used to develop learning media based on e-learning for accountancy material in writing financial report for service companies. Third, expert validations. Expert validations aim together that as the basic for decisions whether the media is valid to use for learning activities, the object of the learning itself. Product revision 1. Product revision 1 is conducted whenever the learning multimedia product that has been developed based on the needs analysis is found to be not appropriate in terms of media performance. Expert validations. Limited file trial assessment user. The file assessment is conducted by asking 30 SMA students Class 11 IPS 2 to learn how to write financial report for a company by using e-learning. First, the learning is conducted in the classroom in which the teachers inform the students how to use e-learning using LCD provided by school and is connected to internet. Product revision 2. The result of the product evaluation by the users becomes the basis for replacing the previous product. Final product. Then, after revisions, the last product in the learning media for accountancy subject is a writing financial report, a service a company. And the last, product trial. The product trial is used by the users related to multimedia program quality. There are some steps conducted: 1. Validations, 2. Revisions, and 3. False trials. The subject of 4 trials in this product are: A. Media expert prefers a lecturer for information and communication technology. B. Material expert for accountancy learning teachers. C. File trial for 30 students of SMA having their accountancy subject especially for a service company in writing financial report. And how about for result and discussions? The first, analysis. Second, validity. Third, product development. 4. Quantitative data. And the last, qualitative data. Need analysis. Based on the learning from observations and interview with some teachers, is it found that existing facilities such as computer are enough to use, but its use is still limited. Practical application using the computer is possible, such as to develop learning media. And product development. The learning development is conducted by developing the materials and media learning. The learning material developed and provided using the learning media using the basics of e-learning, which accordance with curriculum is the competence is writing financial report for service companies. Validity. Validity for material expert can be validated by a materials accountancy expert in writing, financial, report subject for service companies to determine the material. Meanwhile, the validity of the media expert is matched by a media expert to determine the media quality using e-learning as the basis whether it meets the required criteria. Quantitative data. The quantitative data were gathered from closed questionnaires and tests. These data were used to basic determine the quality of the learning media developed to write financial reports. Qualitative data. The general validity found the model application has high validity and is valid to use as learning media. The opinion from media expert or material from students show that the trial on the application has showed the good combination between colors, pictures, animations, and themes. And then the last, I will explain conclusions. To make this media better, there is need to improve the display content of the materials and research. Internet connection should become the focus for improvement because it will influence the learning process. Okay, thank you. I think that's enough for my presentations of the journal Takwa Intelektual dan Profesional. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.